The biggest lie that yoga teachers are told about making money is that it's not possible unless you're already Insta famous, you're already teaching in Bali, or you're already a beautiful 25-year-old doing handstands on the beach. And listen, I used to be that girl, but I'm 50 now. And so things are different. If you know, you know. Okay, so anyhow, let's stop right there. The truth is, you can get paid to teach yoga online. You can build an online yoga business from home. And I don't mean a couple $100 here and there. I mean like a real income, like 6 figures, like change your life income. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly why this myth that regular people cannot make money teaching yoga online is not only wrong, it's actually designed to keep you small. Now, before we dig in, pause that overthinking mind of yours and do something rebellious. Subscribe. Yes, seriously, tap that button like it's the final Shavasana. The gong has dinged and you've earned it, because my mission is to help 10,000 yoga teachers build yoga empires online so that we can take over the world with great yoga. And if that is your vibe, friend, these are your people. All right, let's go. So here's what I hear all the time. Angelica, is this legit? Is teaching yoga online a scam? Or my personal favorite, this only works for people who already have a following. Like, look, friends, I've owned 3 yoga studios in Las Vegas. I've hosted thousands in my yoga teacher trainings online and in person. And now I teach yoga teachers how to create profitable, powerful online yoga businesses from home. And let me be clear, I've helped people who had zero tech experience, people who didn't even have an Instagram, people who were scared to even say the word offer, and they still learned how to get paid to teach yoga online in a way that felt aligned, sustainable, and free. Listen, it's a $1 trillion industry, the creator economy. The idea that you need to become an influencer or film your yoga classes in the jungle, that is nonsense. In fact, most of the yoga teachers that I work with are in their 30s, 40s, 50s. I even had somebody in their 70s graduate from my training, and they're making $5,000, $7,000, or even $20,000 a month doing this, not because they got lucky, not because they had a viral reel, but because they followed a system that starts with the right online yoga business idea. And no, doing what everyone else is doing is not a strategy. If you're still sitting there wondering how to teach yoga online from home, when your living room is cluttered, your lighting is bad, you're not a tech genius, you're not alone. I started in a camper. I built my first 6 figures online while figuring out all of those things. And spoiler alert, it did not start perfect. I used my phone. I didn't even have a microphone. I used whatever wall, didn't have the dog on it, and it still worked. Because when you start with who you want to help and a real offer that solves a real problem, then you put that offer in front of the right people, everything changes. Most yoga teachers try to jump into creating an online yoga business without ever doing the foundational work. They start filming random classes and hope that people will find them. Or worse, they undercharge and overgive until they're burnt out and broke. That is the real scam. Giving away your knowledge for free, hoping that someday it pays off. Listen, you absolutely can get paid to teach yoga online, but you have to approach it like a business. That means knowing your niche, having an offer, learning how to talk about what you do in a way that makes people go, yeah, that's what I need. I like her. That's what I teach inside of my Empowered Yoga Teachers course. It's not just about how to teach yoga online from home. It's about building a sustainable brand, an aligned message, and a strategy that fits you and is profitable, not a carbon copy of what somebody else is doing. Because the truth is, there are thousands of brilliant online yoga business ideas out there. Yoga for back pain from gallstones, yoga for grief, yoga for runners, chair yoga, bedtime yoga, yoga for divorce recovery, yoga for migraines, fertility, postnatal, you name it. But most yoga teachers never realize their lived experience, their stories, their quirks. These are your actual superpower. And yes, You can package that up into a real offer and get paid to teach yoga online, even if you've never sold anything before in your entire life. One of the most damaging beliefs that I see yoga teachers struggle with is this idea that it's not spiritual to charge money. That somehow, if you build a profitable online yoga business, you are selling out. Let me get something straight with you. Scarcity is not more spiritual than sustainability. I don't think it's noble to live off of fumes. I think it's brave to create a life of freedom so that you can serve your actual students more fully without resentment, without burnout, without wondering if you can afford rent this month. That is not greedy. That's grounded. And if you've ever been told otherwise, that's the lie that I'm talking about. You have been sold the idea that being broke is more yogic than being abundant, and that is freaking garbage. The yoga teachers I work with are some of the most generous, creative, heart-led humans that I have ever met. And when they finally learned how to make money doing what they love online, it felt good. It felt good. The ripple effect is enormous. They serve more people. They show up fully. They're able to create free content online because they have a thriving paid offer to back it up. And if you are thinking, okay, but I don't have a ton of followers, I want to tell you something. You don't need that to start. I built a 6-figure online yoga business with 0 followers to start. No paid ads. It wasn't magic. It was strategy. It was being crystal clear about who I help and why, and showing up with consistency and value. And that's how I teach my students today. Look, if you're watching this and some part of you is curious or even a little bit skeptical, girl, I get it. I used to think the same thing, but I've seen it work so many times now that I can't ignore it. I've had students go from working at a studio or in a corporate job, teaching a couple classes a week, to running their own online platform, hosting retreats, launching their own courses, buying horses, and making 5 figures a month. Not by being pushy, not by dancing on TikTok, not by doing any of those things, but solving real problems with yoga, things that work. And that's what I want for you. So if you're still with me, I want you to really think about this. What would it mean for you to wake up tomorrow and know exactly how to get paid to teach yoga online? What would it mean if you had the skills to teach yoga from your house on your own terms and actually have it support your life? That is the kind of freedom that you will build inside the Empowered Yoga Teachers course. And if you're ready to explore that option, the link is in the description below. And listen, don't wait another 6 months scrolling, wondering if it's possible. Friends, it is. It is. And if your brain is still yelling, but what if I fail? Ask this. What if you don't? What if that is the thing that finally works? What if that is the thing that finally gives you the income, the creativity, the purpose, and the freedom that you have been craving? What if you've just been waiting for nothing, right? You've been fed a lie, and now you know better. So if you're ready to build your own thriving online yoga business and you want to learn how to teach yoga from your house in a way that actually pays the bills and feeds your soul, it's time to get off the sidelines and into action. The link to apply is in the description. And if you haven't already subscribed, this is your final warning. If you don't subscribe right now, I'm going to cry into this bolster all night. Like really sad. No, I'm not. I'm just kidding. Honestly, if you're a straight talking, soul aligned online yoga business tips that you're looking for, then you don't want to miss out on this. Click the subscribe button and help me get to 10,000 yoga teachers that want to build online yoga empires, because that is the kind of shit that echoes through the universe. So now that we're done here, go binge on another video, and I know that you got some magic to build. I'll see you in the next video.